Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it is time for a new Flosstube. I'm so sorry I missed last week. Oh, by the way, it's a YouTube channel about cross stitch. I'm so sorry I missed last week. Like I said, this change in job, it's a bit much. I don't do change well, and especially this has been a real shock to my stitching and just my keeping track of things. My brain feels like it's full of fog, but it's going well. It's going well. So you're gonna see a lot less stitching. You're gonna see me recording in a truck from time to time because I don't have a day off until Tuesday. Wednesday's my first day off, and I didn't want to wait that long to get a Flosstube out to you. So I will have, there's certain information I don't have right now that I normally tell you, but as you can see, I'm losing my light kind of rapidly, so I want to start showing you my whips, and then I can kind of cut off, do my numbers, and then come back to you. So what have I worked on this week, or these last 2 weeks? Okay. So Anzac, lots of Anzac, and some other things. So what I'm going to show you first is Anzac. Again, it's my extra credit piece. It's my focus. So I will stitch on something for a little bit for whatever I need to fit it for, and then go back to Anzac. This is about as monogamous as I get, and I'm really feeling that might happen more with this job, just because switching is not going to be as easy. We'll see. Anyway, here's where we're at on Anzac. I also decided to quit flip-flopping back and forth to finish out a color completely, because having to take so many start and stop pictures so that I prove, yes, I hadn't worked on this part yet when I switched over to it. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish out this corner, and then we're going to go up and work on that corner. So, oh my goodness, the colors. It's so exciting, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and take this off just so you can see the complete color progression so far. So the pink is the center, and we go purple, a little bit lighter purple, really light purple. You can tell purple is my favorite color because it got 3 rows instead of just a couple. We got a purplish blue, light blue, dark green, light green, yellow. I believe it's a yellow orange and then an actual orange. I'm not positive. I can't remember how I did the colors. And then we're going to fade into red over here. So it looks so good, y'all. And I'm really enjoying it. And I can fit, as you can see, an entire diagonal inside the Q-snap now. So we're just going to go ahead and get that all finished up. It's at 85% right now. I have just over 4,000 stitches left, I want to say. So, I mean, I could probably only work on this until it's done, but I'm not doing that. Because I'm also doing 50 and Fabulous, so I'm trying to touch all my projects with 200 stitches each. That is becoming harder. I have until August 15th. I'm hoping I can make it. We'll see. If not, I pushed myself. So, what else? My focus piece last week, let me find, I don't have everything exactly where I need to reach it because this is new to me. So my focus piece last week for Crystal Academy was Love Friends Home from Jardin Privé. I cannot remember if I showed this to y'all. I don't remember when I last filmed my Flosstubes. So you may see duplicate things, who knows. So here we are on this one. We've almost got home done. Part of what happened was, Crystal Academy has tiers. So level 1 is 50 stitches, level 2 is 100 stitches, and you start back at 0 after each level. And you have to do them in that order. So I got to stitching and talking on virtual stitchers and got to 344 stitches before I realized that I was only supposed to be doing 50. So this one ended up with over 1,000 stitches trying to get my 750. But that's okay. That's okay. I love this piece. It's so beautiful. It's so fun to stitch on. And I highly recommend this pattern to anybody. This fabric's amazing too. So I don't know if it's the fabric or the pattern, but we're almost done with that one. And then we have one over here that'll say love. So it's amazing. I love it so much. It'll come back out again sometime in late August or early September, because Crystal Academy, they come around twice. Whatever you decide to focus on for that class, the class has one spell at the, you know, from June to July, and then another spell from August to September or October or something like that. Okay, so that, and then Anzac, and then I worked on Loads of Fun. This one was, I think, just, I don't know, it might have just been one I grabbed because of 50 and Fabulous, you know, 200 stitches on all my pieces. So I got 201 on here. So self-service, Loads of Fun. This is by Hands On Design, their Laundry Co. series, and it's on 32 count Storm Lugana fabric. Yeah, so it'll be 5x7 when it's done, I think, or maybe even a little bit smaller because I did it on 32 count. All right, and then Anzac, when we left Wednesday the 30th to go out of town, my daughter and my father-in-law need to go to Houston to become certified in scuba diving, which she did, and that's amazing. I'm so proud of her. So on the drive down there, I pulled out the other Hands On Design. It's called Irony, and I worked on it because it was small, so easy to work on in a car, and my husband drove so that I could make sure and get my 200 stitches in. He is so sweet. So there's that one. Again, on 32 count Storm from Picture This Plus. All right, I'm gonna put these back in here for now. And that finished out my June. Like I said, I haven't done my numbers for June. I haven't done, I think one or both of those has hit their 1,000 for the year. I'm not sure. I need to catch up on all that stuff. That's what I said I will come back to you with later. All right. And then, and how many 50 and Fabulous I've done, have left to do, that sort of thing. While I was down there, Choose My Whip started. And so, y'all voted. I put it between Needleworker from Little House Needleworks or Spangled from Long Dog Sampler. And y'all chose Spangled. And so with Choose My Whip, if you're doing the counting, you're supposed to get 500 stitches. I guess I'll be doing the non-counting because feasibly I can only get my 200 minimum in things right now with the way things are. So I did put 200, 220, 230 stitches in this. So it's going to make it harder to hit those thousands by the end of the year. But on my days off, I'm going to get more stitching. Me and the family have already talked. We're making changes and make it to where I can stitch more at home. So that one last weekend, I worked on it a little bit while I was with my parents. I also worked on Anzac while I was down there. Even though I didn't write that down for some reason. Anyways. The other thing, okay, so then the beginning of this week for Crystal Academy, my focus piece was, the sun came out from behind a cloud, so we may get a little more sunlight, was Lady of the Flag. So, let me see where my Lady of the Flag is. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, there she is. All right. Woo! So, I got over 750 put into this because those are the 5 tiers for Crystal Academy. I know I put over 800 because I wanted to get my second zombie running on it. So, just continuing down the dress here. Oh, and filling in some of the red. One of the colors of red that was in the flag I was missing for a while. I got it. We filled it in. So, that's looking super amazing. This piece is just so gorgeous. I can't even put it into words. But we are going to be working on, I mean, there is some dress, y'all. So there's still plenty of stitching left to go on this, but yeah, so all right. Then of course I worked on Anzac, because once I'm finished with the spell for Crystal Academy, I switched back to the extra credit. Then this week we had Choose My Whip, and I put it up between Needleworker again and Shangri-La from Kesslin's, and Shangri-La won. People apparently don't like Needleworker. It's one of those pieces that I struggle to work on from time to time, so that's why I put it up there. If somebody tells me, hey, you will have to work on it, maybe I can get it done. But we'll see what happens. So here is Shangri-La. I did the body of the butterfly, which is just so gorgeous. It does have a little bit of an error in here. I don't care. I'm leaving it. I made sure that it wouldn't affect anything around it. And then we got started on the big flower that's here. And so it's like a big flower, and then the vine that comes off the flower, and this little butterfly. So, ideally next time I work on it, it's going to be one strand filling in green, one strand filling in pink, one strand, because they're both going to have a lot of fill in to do. Ooh, I'm really losing that light. Okay. So, but that's all I've worked on. And that's not bad, but that's also 2 weeks. So, you know, this next week, you're probably going to see, ooh, see that sun's really going now. It's funny how once it gets to a certain point, it's like you can watch it just sink below the horizon. So next week, I can't remember what my focus piece is for Crystal Academy. I would have to go and look, but I'll have Crystal Academy, Anzac, and Choose My Whip. Those will be the 3 pieces I work on in the truck. When on my days off, I'm going to try and get 200 stitches in as many untouched pieces as possible. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be interesting to see if I can achieve all my goals, or even maintain some of the stuff I've been doing with the job changes. But yeah. So that is all my whips for this week. That kind of gives you a bit of plans for next week. The other thing is, sorry for the noise. When I went to Houston, I was visiting, my husband went with his dad and our daughter, and they did scuba stuff all weekend. So I pretty much didn't see them for 4 days. My whole thing was I was just going to visit my family. I could have very easily stayed home, you know, but I wanted to visit family. So one of the things I mentioned to my dad was I really wanted to go to ABC Stitch Therapy up in Houston, up in Spring, Texas, but it's a very long drive for my parents. It's almost 2 hours, and I didn't really want to go by myself. And that's something I would have done with my grandma Johnny, but she passed last year. So I was like, I want to go, but I don't want to go by myself. And he's like, well, you know, I don't mind that kind of stuff. I'll go ahead and take you if we can go out to lunch, because there was this really neat restaurant he went to as a kid that he wanted to visit again. I said, I'll buy your lunch. Let's go hit up the Stitchy store. So he was hoping they would have yarn or paracord, because those are things that he manipulates. Well, yarn maybe more for my sister than him, but anyway, he went with me. He didn't really have much to look at, but he's an artist, so he loved seeing the pieces completed on the wall. His favorite was a chatelaine, and I was like, yeah, no, I have no interest in chatelaines. But he loved it. He really enjoyed being able to look at the pieces really closely and seeing some of these people just stitch amazing. So while I was there, I was, of course, looking at fabric, because I really like fabric, but I needed 2 things of Krynic. I looked on 1, 2, 3 Stitch, didn't have either one. So I think I told y'all last week, the week before, something like that. When I was working on Angel of the New Dawn, I discovered that one of the Krynics that was sent to me was incorrect. It was I don't know. something. It was supposed to be the braid. So that was the first Kreinik I was looking for. And I bought. Oh. And they had it. They had one left. So I bought it. I don't know if that'll be enough, but it'll get me started. And this is, yeah, the number 4 braid 102C for Angel of the New Dawn. The other one turns out Rainbow from Kitty Me Designs, a good portion of it is done in Kreinik. And the 032 that you see in a lot of hates, and 123 Stitch didn't have it. ABC Stitch Therapy did not have it. However, ABC Stitch Therapy had the Rainbow Treasure braid equivalent. So I just picked that up. That's fine. That'll work. She'll be super sparkly and pretty, and it'll work great. I picked up some, my cats have gotten a hold of this, 415, because I don't know that I'm out, but I couldn't find any the other day, and my son recently started cross stitching and needs it for the hair on the guy, I think. So, and then I also got a pair of scissors, which seem to have fallen out of the bag. So I will have to find those sometimes. But every time I go to an LNS, I buy a pair of scissors. It's partly because I like scissors, partly because it's kind of like a memento of, hey, I was there. I get them at retreats, I get them at LNSs, things like that. So, oh, and I got a pattern just because I thought it was cute. And this is Winter Snowfall from Shannon Christine Designs. It's really pretty. I'm either going to do it on a really dark fabric, or I'm not going to do all that in white. I may change it to something else. I don't know. Ooh, a red would look good. I mean, it wouldn't look like snow, but it would look pretty. Anyway, I don't know. It's really cute. So it says needs 9. Does that mean 9 skeins? Holy cow. This is 208 by 245. It is not small. So it's cute, and it'll go in my stash, and we'll see if I ever actually stitch it, because you know that's how it goes. Okay, do I know where? I don't know. Let's see. Irony needed 300 and something to hit its 1,000, so it didn't, not yet, but it'll be really quick once I pull it out. What's the other one? Loads of Fun is done. It's hit its 1,000 for the year. Spangled needed 400 I got a lot at like 630. Needs 370. It's not quite there, but it's getting close. Let's see. Shangri-La needs about 470, so it's not there, but getting close. I know Anzac and Lady of the Flag are. Did I work on anything else? No, I don't think so. Oh, Love Friends Home. Yeah, it hit its 1,000. So then my other list, I'm not quite sure where it is right now. The one that I check off if I've done it for 50 and Fabulous. I'll have to find it. But I mean, I'm almost halfway, I think. Pretty close to getting halfway. So by August 15th, possibly. It's kind of scary. 14, 15. I'm at 15 and 59 on getting 1,000 into every width. And so for July's Whip Go, 2 and 12 were called. 2 is Time for God. It's a finish. I can definitely finish that next time I pull it out. So, but it's already been worked on for 50 and Fabulous, so it may have to wait till after August 15th, but unless I get all those done before then. But the next time it comes out, I'm finishing it. No problem. 10, 12. Number 12 is one page on Mini Phantom of the Masquerade, which I've already completed this year. So I have three that have been called and finished, 2 that have been finished but not called, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that have been called but not finished, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that need to be called. Is that right? August, September, October, November, December. Should be 10. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, there's 10 that have not been called. Okay. 8 that have been called and not finished. Have not been called and not finished. All right. So that catches you up pretty good. Like I said, I still have to add up all the numbers of what I got stitched last month, divide, get my average, blah, blah, blah. I probably won't do that tonight, this video. I'll try and have it for next video. But that's how it is now. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you're new here, this isn't a very typical video, but I hope you saw something that you enjoyed and will make you come back again. If you are returning, thank you so much for sticking with me. Y'all have been through so much with me, like all the different places that I've worked with the same job. I didn't change jobs. I just positions in my job. All the ups and downs with my family and my stitching, and you've just been there for it all. So I appreciate y'all sticking around. Thank you for all that you do, watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all the ways that you show you love me, and I will see y'all next week.